how the end of term feature in EduArk works. So first of all, what is the end of term? What does it mean? Right, so remember EduArk, as I've demoed before, EduArk works per session, just like how the Nigerian educational system operates, right? We have a session, and in a session we have 3 terms: first, second, and third term. Now, in a situation where you're trying to close the first term and move to a new term, right, we need a way to gather we need a way to gather the reports of the current term, right, so the school admin can have like a proper overview of the expenses they've incurred in that term, the total students they have in that term, the total records assessment records they've taken, fee collection, and the likes, right? So that's why we have this end of term report, right? So for you to move to a new term, you need to first of all close the current term that you're on, right? And this happens when the end date of the current term elapses, right? When you are at the end date of the current term, because every term has a start date and an end date. So when you get to the end date of that current term, you'll be asked to perform your end of term review and then move to the new term. Likewise, when you're moving to a new section, so in a case whereby the current term that is ending is your third term, you'll be prompted to move to a new session instead of a new term, right? So what do we have here? So here we have the question: are you ready to close third term? And then you click on the button to perform the end of term, like the switch to a new term. But before that, I'll just explain what we have. So we have the total number of students in this session, the total number of staff, total number of classes, total fees collected. Then you have your tasks that you would need to perform before you end the term. Probably you've not recorded all students' assessment and exam. You'll be prompted to go there and do that. You've not seen your class ranking, like I said. So class ranking is basically you want to see how every student in the class is being ranked. For instance, I can say, okay, I want to see the class ranking of primary 5. So it loads, shows us the first, second position, So that's what class ranking is all about. And also you can publish this bulletin so that on the mobile app, parents can view and see the top 3 students in each class. So this is very good for to encourage the children as well, right? So this is what we have. Another feature we have in EduArk. So I'll go back to the end of term. So we have the generate transcript, we have the promote student. So in a case where, like in our own case, we are moving from third term to a new term, so basically we have to promote some students and move them to a new class, right? Then we have the review of fee collection. You want to see students that are yet to pay and all of that, right? You can come here and do that. You also have publish term wrap. So term wrap is just like a summary that will be sent to each parent on their mobile app, just like how you have your Spotify wrap, your YouTube music wrap. So just for them to see a recap of what their child's performance in the school has been all about, right? So my first thing I will do is to do some student promotion. So yeah, I'm promoting them from this session to, okay, so we've not created a new session. Means we have to create the new session that we're trying to move into. And if you can see, the system is smart enough to detect, so it generates your report. You can download it in form of a PDF, or you can download it in form of a PDF. I'm going to download this, right? And so it shows you number of debtors, students that are yet to pay for this term, and then it means they'll be carrying this fee over to the new term, right? So proper tracking of fee collections. So I'm going to click move to new session. So you can see it tells me that you have completed the 2026-2027 third term. No new session has been configured yet. So for you to be able to move to a new session, you need to create one. So it gives you the option to go to the session settings to create a new session and get there. And then you see we create a new session. So we're moving to 2027-2028 first term. First term starts from, I would say it starts from, so this is between 27. So first term would start from let me say January. I don't want this video to be very long. To, let me see, March. Then second term start from April to June. Then third term will start from July to, let's say, October, and then submit. So we've created a new term, right? So this is the current term we are on right now, the current session. Now this is the new upcoming session that we are moving into with the 3 terms we have, right? So I'll go back to end of term. First of all, let me promote our students. Click on this. You select a session. Yeah, we're moving them from this 2026-2027 session to 2027-2028 session. So what class am I trying to promote? I want to promote from primary 5. I don't have any class right? So my school is just a single school, no primary 5A or primary 5B. So we'll leave this as it is. Then so from primary 5, what class are you taking them to? I'm moving them to primary 6. Alright, and then I click. So it shows you the list of students to promote and all of that. And you can choose to unselect. So it means this child is going to repeat this class, but we don't want that. So just going to this. You can also leave a remark, whatever remark you want to leave, and then promote. So you see we've promoted these students. I'll do the same for primary 4 to 5. Let me just do the same for primary 4 to 5. So from primary 4, moving them to primary 5. Right, and then promote. Yeah, so not to waste most of our time, I'm just going to end the term right away. So click on move to new session, generate the report, you click on move, and then you can see this time around it's showing us where we are moving from. We're moving from 2026 2027 to 2027 2028. I'm going to click move, and you see we've switched to a new term totally, right? If we go to our dashboard, you see everything is back to 0 because we've not collected anything for this term. You can see, but we can still filter back. If I go back to 2026 2027 third term, I still have records, right, to show you how EduArk works based on a termlet basis, right? So yeah, that's just a brief summary of how the end of term process works in EduArk. Thank you very much.